Hi guys, Lori here, just checking back in. I want to say that I did get up to page 386, which means I'm at the tail end. All the elements of a famous or a traditional Cinderella story have happened. She is on her way to the final climax of the story. I really do like this character. I feel like the end of this book has been a little bit rushed, just like pacing wise and storyline wise. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I really do like the characters and I really do love the world. So I'm going to go back to reading and hopefully I'll be able to finish this book tonight. That's the plan anyway. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I just wanted to say that I did plan on finishing The Bloodspell by CJ Redwine. I really do like this book. I'm excited that I finally got around to reading it. It was one that I was really excited for and I'm happy to say it did impress me. I really did like the characters. I thought the world building was super interesting. I thought the end was a little bit not as clear cut as I wanted it to be. But I felt that it was still a very, very solid story. I think I'm going to pick up Arch Enemies because I was in the middle of reading that. And I was actually really enjoying it when I read it the end of November. So I think I'm going to pick that book up and I'll read that tomorrow. But I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go watch some videos that I'm a little bit behind on. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. It's December 9th and I'm planning on starting a new reading vlog. I'm finishing up Tis the Season-a-thon because I'm in the middle of the book and I really just would like to finish it. But this is the end of Tis the Season-a-thon because I just don't want to not complete it and I'm really, really close to the end and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm about 300 pages into The Bloodspell by CJ Redwine. I really had hoped to finish and make a good chunk of this today, but I got a little bit distracted with my listening on the way home. But for those that don't know, this is the third book in the Ravenspire series by CJ Redwine. They're all companion novels, and this is a Cinderella retelling, which I'm actually really enjoying. So I really hope to tackle a good portion of this tonight. And the thing that distracted me is I am on I'm listening to the audiobook, but I am on page 311 of Deathly Hallows, which I just finished the Goblin's Revenge chapter, and I'm about to start Godric's Hollow. That chapter in that book is always so heartbreaking. If you haven't read Harry Potter, I do not know why you're watching this video. But if you have not read Harry Potter and don't want to know what happens in Deathly Hallows in that chapter, just fast forward a couple of minutes. Not that you shouldn't be watching this video, but I'm shocked that you haven't read it yet. But I am always shocked in that chapter because I remember when I first read it and when Ron left the trio, Ron was like my favorite character. I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. And I actually haven't listened to that chapter in quite a bit of time. So now I'm listening to the debrief from the Alohomora hosts. And I'm actually on chapter 16 and I have to get up to chapter let's see. I have to get up to chapter 36. I'm really unsure if that's going to happen. I think it's feasible that it can happen, but I'm definitely going to focus my listening on this for the rest of the month. So I'm going to go head back to reading. I would love to, this book only has a little bit over 400 pages in it, so I would love to finish another 100 pages and then see where I am. So I will check in if anything exciting happens, and if not, I'll talk to you guys at page 400. Bye, guys. It's Lori here. I'm back. I just wanted to say that I did wind up getting up to page 360 about in The Bloodspell. This is the end. This is the climax of this book. The Cinderella elements are becoming a little bit more apparent, and the story is crafting itself a little bit more. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a fast-paced read. I'm finding it to be super interesting, and I really love her world building. I said in my previous reading vlog that I liked how this book did wind up connecting back to the previous books in the series, subtly to Elise the Wish Granter and not so subtly to the Traitor's Prince, but I hadn't read that book, but I at least know that character is mentioned in this book. So I'm on about 82% done, so I really would love to make a good amount of progress on this, so I'm going to go keep reading and find out what happens next. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm checking back in. I wanted to say that I get home 7:50. I had to help my coworker with something, so it was a little bit later than normal. We do have a snowstorm expected. I doubt it's going to give me any snow that will leave me home, but hey, we will see. This week is also really chaotic because it's the prep for the choir concert. But I did make a little bit of listening progress on Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I was able to read the chapter called Godric Hollow, which I really enjoyed. And I got up to page 350 in Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I'm going to go read a little bit more and read as much as I can tonight. I did start reading this at the end of November, but I am really liking it. I think the character of Adrian is really growing on me, and I'm liking Nova more. She's not my favorite character, but I really do like this world. It reminds me a lot of the superhero drama that I saw in in Endgame and Civil War and The Flash. So I'm really liking that. So I'm gonna go keep reading, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. I just wanted to say that I did wind up finishing Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. I did definitely enjoy this book much more than Renegades. I really like the characters. I really like the various point of views that we got. I really like Adrian as a character. And I love all the talk about superheroes that we had, like the morality issues and the present of the plot in this I really liked. I also really like the dynamics between the characters, and now I really do need to read Supernova, so that will be on my early 2020 TBR. So I think I'm going to dive into Lodestar by Shannon Messenger. I really wanted to finish the series by the end of 2019. I doubt that's going to happen. These books I tend to read really, really fast, and this is the 5th book in the Keeper of the Lost City series. Last book, Never Seen, broke my heart at the end, so I'm curious to see how this book keeps going, but I really do like this series. This book is like massive, so hope it fits in my book sleeve, and I hope I can make some progress on it tomorrow. So that is my plan. I'll probably update you guys tomorrow when I come home from work, but yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. It is about to be 7:30. Just turned 7:30. I got home a little bit later this week just because I'm helping out with the choir concert. I think I've said that before. And tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a more interesting day because we have 2 rehearsals back to back to back, which will be fun or really a lot, but we'll see. But I did get up to the Godric Hollow chapter in Deathly Hallows, and I'm really excited about listening to that. And I did make a little bit of reading progress. I only got up to page 34. My iPod was about to die, and I was trying to listen to the end of my podcast, and I just didn't get around to reading. But I am liking the start of Lodestar. The character dynamics are in a little bit of an iffy place. I read about 34 pages, and now I think the book always starts all these books. They start with a scene that happens at the tail end of the novel, and then you kind of flash backwards to what leads up to it. So I'm curious to see how this book progresses. But I've said this before. I really enjoy this series. It's definitely a bigger of a series. These books are a little bit on the massive size, but I read them super fast. So again, I'm so far behind on everything. So I'm gonna watch a couple of booktube videos, and then I'm probably gonna dive in and go catch up on the Flash to watch the crossover episodes. But I will definitely update before I head to bed for the evening because it's still pretty early. We got a little bit of snow this morning, but nothing extreme. We had such a nice winter last year. It was not chaotic. It was not bad. We got maybe 2 snowstorms the entire year, and it was nothing. But this time we're getting so much snow that I'm fearful it's going to be a bad winter. So I'm going to go read Lodestar, and I'll check in when I make a little bit of progress. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Lori here, just checking back in. It is December 12th. It's actually my cousin's birthday tomorrow, so I'm glad that I was on here because that reminded me. I did make a little bit of reading progress on Harry Potter. I'm about to dive back into the Silver Doe chapter, and that's one of my favorite chapters. I'm a big Ron fan, and I really love that scene in that book a lot. And I'm listening to the podcast, so I'm slowly getting closer. I'm about 50% done with the book. I'll definitely be 50% done by tomorrow, which is really exciting. I stayed late tonight again to help the choir teacher, and it was just nice. I love being involved in the arts. I love seeing kids get it, and I just love all types of performance. So today was like pretty much like a very, very chill day, I would say. Tomorrow might be a little bit more chaotic, but that's okay. And I'm happy to report that I did make a little bit of progress on Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar. I'm now on page 98, and we're re-meeting some of the characters from last book that I really enjoyed in that like new setting. So we're re-meeting them, and I'm really liking that. I'm gonna hope to dive into this a little bit more. I am going to watch some YouTube videos and hopefully just relax for the evening. Um, Tomorrow I do have to work, and I actually have a Christmas party that I'm going to. And I actually got a lot of grades done this today, so I was actually happy about that. I'm gonna try to get a bunch more work done tomorrow, so I can again maybe have no weekend work, hopefully. But I have to do a lot of Christmas crafting and organizing and planning and video filming for Bookmas, so I'm probably gonna wind up doing that. But and eventually I have to open up that script for Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior, and I don't know when that's actually gonna happen. Hopefully at school next week, but we will see. But I will check in with you guys before I go to bed. If not, definitely tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. It is Friday night, December 13th, which is my cousin's birthday. I definitely stayed later at work today. I had to help my choir teacher out a little bit, and then I went to my staff holiday party, which was so fun. But I didn't get a lot of listening done today, which is really upsetting because I really did want to make some progress and finish the Silver Doe chapter, but I really love that chapter. It is, for those that have not read Harry Potter, sorry, I'm totally spoiling Deathly Hallows for you in this reading vlog, but I apologize. But it's when Ron comes back, and I love that chapter so much. So I'm really trying. What? Jeez. Guys, Larry here. Just checking back in. I want to say that I did come home from work. I actually had to stay a lot later today because it was at my staff holiday party and I was helping the choir director. And yeah, but I want to say I didn't make as much listening progress on the Silver Doe chapter of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows as I wanted to because to work I was commuting with a friend of mine, and then on the way home I like kept getting distracted on the train, and it was pouring raining. So I'm actually about like 20 minutes into the chapter, and then I decided to restart it because I love that chapter. It's when, sorry if I'm spoiling you on Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows, but if you are, then just fast forward a couple minutes. But it's a chapter when Ron comes back and is reunited with Harry and Hermione, and I just love that chapter. The trio is probably one of my favorite parts of Harry Potter, and I really do like book 7, so it's been a while since I read this part of it, and I'm really trying to finish this book before 2019 is over. But I did want to say that I didn't make as much listening progress as I wanted. So tomorrow I'm going to wrap a lot of my Christmas presents and do a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm going to tackle a big chunk of this tomorrow. I might listen to a little bit before I start dive back into my book. But as for Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar, I'm now on page 144, which means I at least read 50 pages. I really am excited about this book. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where this book goes. As I said in my December TBR, I have picked massive books this month, which is not a bad thing. It's just that I have like a lot of reading to do. So I'm gonna go get to reading and listening, and I'll check in with you guys before I head to bed for the night. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Lori here. I'm just checking back in. It is 11 o'clock, and I am going to put my book down, but I did get to page 236. And there was some unexpected twist that happens in this little section. There was a family twist that I was not expecting, like, at all. I really like that. My group dynamic is changing so much, but I'm really enjoying it. And also, my world is getting bigger. And I said this before, like, this series is such a complicated book and such a complicated world that I'm just really, really liking it. And I'm really hope to finish this book this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna go watch a couple of videos, and then I'm gonna head to bed for the night, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm back. I just want to say that I am spending the day wrapping all my Christmas presents, hopefully for the season. I might split it into 2 times, but we'll see. But I am going to spend the entire time that I'm wrapping listening to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I'm officially 51% done with this book, which is really exciting because if you've been following me for a while, one of my goals was to finish it before the end of 2019. I don't know if it's doable, but I really am going to try. I just did finish the Silver Doe chapter, and I'm in the middle of listening to this Phineas Lovegood chapter. It's been a while since I read this book, so it's really an enjoyable experience. So I'm going to go craft, wrap some Christmas presents, and I'm definitely going to read tonight. I would love to get through a chunk of Lodestar. I'm on page 236, so I'm only like 34% done. If I could finish that book this weekend, I'd be super happy. But off to Christmas wrapping I go. Hey, Lori here. I'm back. It is about to be 5 o'clock. I just finished wrapping all my gifts that I have to bring to school next week, which was a lot of gifts. So I did all that. And I made some of my crafts, like finished them off, which was really nice. Now I'm about to go read Lodestar for a little bit. I did actually make a bunch of listening progress. I'm now on the chapter, I think it's called The Three Brothers. I'm right after going into the next chapter for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and I'm actually going to listen to a little bit more of it when I go work out, but I want to read a little bit more of Lodestar because I ended last night at like a critical part. And I really hope to tackle a lot of this book tonight. That's my main goal. Tomorrow I'm going to go to yoga and I'm going to do a lot of filming for Bookmas, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, so that's my plans right now, and I'll check back in after I work out and let you guys know how much reading I wound up doing. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Laura checking back in. I just want to say that I did get up to page 270. Keeper of the Lost Cities, a Lodestar. I just love how complicated this book is. I'm really enjoying it. I'm thinking it's such like a fast-paced read. I'm liking this book a little bit more than Neverseen. I'm really liking the dynamics between the trio. I've said this before, like every book kind of has like a different dynamic between different characters. We're also learning a lot more about Dex's family in this book, and Dex is like one of my low-key favorites in this book. I really do like Sophie. I really do like Keefe, but I really do like Dex. I think he's such a fun character. And I feel like we're learning a lot more about him in this book, which I'm really enjoying. And I think about like 30% done, so I'm gonna keep reading, and I'm gonna check back in when I make a little bit more progress. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Guys, Lori here, checking back in. Sorry for the lighting. I'm just being a little bit lazy, but I did wind up getting up to page 331 of Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar, which is almost 50% done, which normally when I get to 50% in a book, I really am motivated to power through and finish it. And these books are really, really long, but I also read them super fast. I'm liking this book because it's, again, every book in this series has a different group of characters that you like focus on. And this book is very different because one of the major characters is missing or he's not like in the story. But you're also expanding and getting a lot of information about other characters in the story that I'm really liking. And this story is just so vast and so wild and so like vast that I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen, and I'm just so curious to see where the story is gonna go. I'm really liking Sophie as the main character. I still really, really like Dex. I think he's such a fun character too. So I'm gonna go take a quick shower, come back, and make some progress. I got up to page 331. If I can read up to like 400 today, I would be like so happy. Or maybe late more. I'd love to get to 500, but I don't know if that's feasible. But we will see. I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I did wind up taking a shower and reading a little bit more. I'm also watching much older booktube videos that I'm so far behind on. But I did get up to page 377 of Keeper of the Lost Cities, and the kids have caused some mischief, so now the aftermath's about to happen. I am about 57, I think I'm like 55% done with this book. I'm definitely not going to finish this book tonight, but I would love to get up to page 500 before I go to bed for the night. So that's going to be my goal. I do really read these books quite fast. I have a lot of like planning goals tomorrow for booktube and stuff like that, so that's going to be my plan for tomorrow. But I'm off to reading, and I'll catch you guys up when I make a little bit more progress. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. I'm just checking back in. It is 10:30, and I did wind up getting up to page 413 in Lodestar. There has been an unexpected twist with one of the characters, which I'm really exciting. I'm going to hopefully read to page 500 and then maybe check out for the night and start reading again tomorrow. But I really do want to finish this book tomorrow. It is massive, and I have like a weird week next week at work, so I would like to read some shorter reads, or at least make some more progress on my TBR for this month, because I have been reading much longer books, which I said in my TBR, so I may not read as many as I want, but then I do have like 2 weeks off, so we will see. But I am going back to reading, and I will check in when I get to page 500. Hi guys, it's 11:15, and I did wind up getting up to page 450 in Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar, but my mind was starting to wander, and I want to really focus on this because I still have about 200 pages left of this book, and I think I can realistically finish it tomorrow. It just depends on how much planning I get done. So yeah, I'm going to end this reading vlog for the evening, and I will pick it up tomorrow morning. But yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. It is 12:12 on December 15th. I just got home from yoga. I'm about to do some prepping for Bookmas, but I did want to come in and check in and say that I did wind up getting up to page 466 of Lodestar by Shannon Messenger. I'm really hoping to tackle the rest of this book today. I have a bunch of planning I have to do, which I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to try to film all my videos for the first week of my break. That way, the second half of my week, I can do the other videos. That's my plan, and I'm going to come back in and let you guys know when I'm done with that. I'm also going to start using my planners for next year, which is really exciting. But I am filming a bunch of videos for you guys today. So you're going to see me in this sweater a lot over all the Bookmas videos. So just prepare yourself. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. It's about 5 o'clock, and I did wind up filming a bunch of videos for Bookmas, which I'm really excited about. But now I'm going to dive back into reading. I really hope that I could make some substantial progress, if not finish Lodestar tonight. I am on page 466, which I think is definitely doable. According to Goodreads, I will tell you in one moment. Sorry, I'm logging in so I can tell you. But yeah, I think it's definitely doable that I am able to finish that book tonight. But let me just tell you, I am about 68% done, and I just finished listening to, unfortunately, the sad thing with Dobby and Deathly Hallows, his brave death, I'll say that. He is one of those characters that even when I read it all those years ago, I was still emotionally destroyed. But means I'm making a lot more progress on my listening in that book, which I'm really excited about, which means tomorrow I can probably watch Deathly Hallows Part 1, which really excited. But that chapter, I never realized how long that chapter was. It's like a very, very long chapter, and a lot happens in that chapter. So I'm actually really excited to see the Alohomora host debrief on it. But yeah, so I'm going to read a little bit, and then I'm going to check back in. I'm on page 466. When I get up to page 500, I'll definitely check and let you guys know my thoughts. But it's getting to the crux of the story, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to go read, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, I did get up to page 506 in Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar. Casualties have begun. Sad casualties at that. So I am going to keep reading. I'm a little bit concerned for Keefe. I was concerned for Keefe at the start of this book. I'm really concerned for Keefe now. Sophie's a badass. I know this is a middle grade series, but Sophie, if you go after Sophie's family, you're going to be caught in her crosshairs. And I do not know what's going to happen. Sorry, this angle's a little bit weird. But I'm a little bit afraid for Keefe. So I'm going to go reading, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here, just checking back in. It is 8:11 on December 15th, and I did make a bunch of reading progress on Lodestar, so now I'm on page 586. I have about 100 pages left. It's doable that I could finish it, and I'm really liking it. I think this book is becoming so much more complicated. Kifi is concerning me. Kifi is concerning me. Kifi and Sophie are just concerning me. But I'm really liking how this story is just expanding, and you're really seeing that this world is really on the brink of war and really what it's doing to all these characters. And I'm just liking the dynamics between the characters. And even though these kids are like 14 or 15, you can really see how the elements of this story are really being like so dramatic. And I think it's really interesting. I don't know how this book's going to end. I think something's going to happen. I think there's going to be a very, very big plot twist that's kind of going to propel you to the end. But I'm really curious to see what does happen with Kifi because it's been like a big plot point. But this book has also focused a lot on Dex, so I'm more curious if something's going to happen to Dex. There's just a lot of like plot points in the world, and I'm curious to see how they're all going to tie together. I'm really liking it. I'm liking the group of characters that we're focused on. I think I said that before. But yeah, I'm going to keep reading, and hopefully I'm able to finish this book tonight. Again, this was one of my longer books on my TBR, so if I can finish this, hopefully I can dive into a shorter read. But when I figure that out, I'll let you guys know. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, just checking back in. I wanted to say that I get up to page 656 in Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar. I'm really liking this book. I wish I had not followed book reviews or like bloggers that are reading the series because I kind of know who's not gonna be killed in this book because I know who's in the subsequent books in the series just by like people's notes on the series. So that's taken like the fear level out of this book a little bit because I at least know what most of these people that I'm really concerned about probably do survive. I'm not gonna tell you who is in peril because that's spoilers, but I am saying I am liking this. It's definitely a longer book. I think this might be the longest book in the series, but I'm really enjoying it. I would say it's probably like a 4.5-star read. The pacing is really interesting. The character dynamics are really, really fun, and it's just a very, very engaging read. I'm really liking the political back and forth that they're having with all the different species because it's just so fascinating to see like what the story is and what the conflicts are. And Sophie is just such a cool character. I'm really liking her, and I'm liking all the main characters as well. So I'm going to get back to reading, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I should definitely finish this tonight. I have about maybe like 20 pages left, so I'm going to try come in at the end and let you guys know my full thoughts, and then I will see if I'm going to end this reading log tonight or keep going for the week. Talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, Lori here. I did wind up finishing Keeper of the Lost Cities Lodestar. This book was almost 700 pages, so I really enjoyed it. I think this is probably my second favorite book in the series. I love the dynamics, I love the setting. There was super high stakes in this book, and the ending was not one I necessarily predicted. I'm really excited to dive into Nightfall, hopefully in early 2020. But yeah, this was great. So I'm gonna go choose my next read and come back and let you guys know what it is. Talk to you guys in a bit. Hi guys, I'm back. I did decide that I was going to pick a read, but it was on my Kindle and I cannot find my charger. It was Meet Me at Midnight by Jessica Pennington, and I just cannot find my Kindle charger anymore, and I don't know what happened to it. So I did order a new one. That will be here next. So that's going to be the next book that I read for sure. I needed a new charger anyway. I had a big charging issue a couple of months ago, and all my chargers were like not working. So it's a good that I get a new one. I'm happy about it. We'll see when it shows up. But because that book is not readily accessible to me, I did decide to pick up Fireborn by Rosemary Muda. And this is like a Russian-inspired dragon novel. I haven't read a whole lot of dragon novels. I've read so few of them. But I've heard very good things. I know Reagan really enjoyed this book, and I love books that follow like friends through a fantasy world. I always find them to be a little bit more compelling than normal reads. This one came out, I think, in October. It's a little bit farther behind than I would like to be, but I figured I would pick it up, and it was on my TBR for December. This book is also close to 450 pages, so we will see how quick and speedy I read it. But this week at work potentially will be easier than my last week at work. We will see. But I'm going to finish watching some BookTube videos. I'm done reading for the night. And when I come in tomorrow, I'll probably wrap up this reading vlog, and then I'll start a new one. So, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Guys, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. I did want to say that I did unexpectedly come down with a sinus infection, so that's why I haven't been. Okay for you, right? No problem. That's why I haven't been updating the past couple of days, but I hope to be reading a lot tomorrow. And of course over break. It's Wednesday night, so tomorrow will be Thursday. If I'm feeling better, I'll probably try to film a couple of clips. Right now I have a fever and I'm just not in the mood to do anything, so I'm gonna watch some BookTube videos and eat and just relax. But if I do decide to read tonight, I am going to read another book. I'm going to read a contemporary, Heartstrings and Other Breakable Things. This one came from Book of the Month in December that I wound up picking up, and from what I understand, it's like a Mansfield Park retelling. I'm not feeling my best, but I still do want to make a bunch of reading progress before the end of 2020, and hopefully film some videos this week if I'm feeling a little bit better. That was the plan. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I should be able to film at least a couple of videos by next weekend, so that's my hope anyway. But yeah, so if you see like a very big difference in the first half of this vlog and this half of the vlog, that is why. But I'm going to go get some food and maybe read for a bit. I will see. Right now I'm on page 11, so I'm not that far into it, but yeah, so that's my plans. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and if you're not sick, but working with kids, that tends to happen a lot. So, talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, Lori here, I'm back. I am feeling a little bit better temperature-wise, so I am going to read a little bit. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm trying to just take it easy. But I am going to read a little bit. It's a frigid, cold day in Long Island, like, so cold. So, I'm going to curl up with my new Harry Potter blanket, and I'm going to read. Normally when I'm sick, I tend to read a lot. I tend to read contemporaries because they're very, very quick to get through. So, I read a little bit last night, but not a lot. So now I'm on page 16, and I'm going to dive back into my book, and I'll check in when I can. Bye, guys. Sorry, my voice keeps going in and out, and it probably is not going to be fully better until I'm done with my antibiotics. But I did make a little bit of reading progress on Broken Strings, Hearts, and Other Things. What is the title? It's Hearts, Strings, and Other Breakable Things by Jacqueline Fredrickson. I'm now on page 62. This is about a girl named Edie, who after her mom dies, she winds up getting sent to live with her mom's rich relatives. And it's like, I think it's like a Mansfield Park retelling. And she's been there before, so she's kind of reconnecting with her old family and old friends. And there's a couple of boys that are catching her eye. There's a music component into this that deals a lot with like grief as well. There's a lot of names, so I'm just, and I said my focus isn't like the best, but I really am liking it. I'm loving Sebastian as a character, and I'm loving Edie as a character as well. So I'm gonna head back to reading, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Hey, Lori here. I'm just checking back in. I don't think I ever shared this awesome tumbler I got for being in my cousin's wedding. Me and the other girl are big Harry Potter fans, so she got it. I saw this and then it has our name on the front. So I've been trying my hardest to stay hydrated, which is something I'm always terrible at when I'm sick. But it is about 1 o'clock, and I did get up to page 86 in Hearts, Strings, and Other Breakable Things. I really do like this book. It's just like a fun contemporary. And now a new element has been introduced. There's a couple of boys, and she's dealing with her best friend who she made a big mistake with, and they're not in the same place. So they're having a conversation through their website that they run together, which I think is super interesting. But yeah, so I'm going to go back to reading and conserve my voice, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye.
Guys, Larry here. I'm back. I'm actually feeling much better. Not like amazing, but I am definitely feeling better than I was yesterday. Sorry, yesterday's vlog did not go the way that I wanted or clips. I just really did not feel good and I really was focused. I knew I had to go to work today, so I was really focusing on resting and actually feeling better, which I actually do. So I'm actually gonna wind up doing a little bit more stuff. I have to clean my room, looks like a bomb hit it, and really figure out what I want to read because I've started 3 different books in the past like 2 days. Or I started Fireborn, I started Heartstrings and Other Breakable Things, um, and a book I just got from a friend of mine, a coworker from my job. So my room look is so messy right now. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean, organize, figure out what I'm going to do tonight, and then I'm going to come in and probably wrap up this reading vlog once I figure out what I'm doing, and then I'll start a new reading vlog tomorrow. But yeah, so just know that I am definitely feeling a little bit better. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey guys, Laurie here. I'm here to wrap up this reading vlog. It definitely, again, did not go as totally as planned. It definitely was a longer reading vlog than I normally do, but I also didn't film a bunch of days because I was sick and wasn't feeling that great. But I did decide that I am gonna go back and I am gonna read Heartstrings and Other Breakable Things that I started when I was being sick because still not all the way back to being in tip-top reading shape. So I'm gonna probably dive through some contemporaries that I have on my TBR. I'm also the plan was to go see Star Wars. I don't think that's gonna happen tomorrow. So I think I'm going to put my book down for the night and watch some Star Wars. Maybe catch up on The Mandalorian. I don't know. But tomorrow I'm definitely going to start a new reading vlog, and on Sunday I'm going to film some book this content for you guys. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow for another reading vlog.